guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're essentially doing a part 2 of a video I did a few months back right here, all about transitions for your Instagram Reels and exactly how to do some of these transitions. And due to popular demand, I'm doing a second video with 3 transitions that you guys have personally asked me to do a video on. So that's what we're going to jump into today. The 3 transitions that I'm going to show you how to do in this video is essentially where you are swiping or like tapping on the screen and then it changes your outfit or something along those lines. We're gonna do the snapping transition where you snap and you change, again, outfits, transition, whatever you want it to be. And then the last one that you guys asked me to do is to spin and essentially like change clothes as you are spinning around. So we're literally just gonna jump right into how to do these transitions. I've got my phone right here on my handy dandy selfie tripod. We'll have this linked in the description if you want to grab it for yourself on Amazon. Works really well. It's just like a little tripod you can set up, put your phone on and film in. I also use a ring light a lot that has a place to put your phone. We'll link both of those down below if you want to check them out and see what I use, but recommend having one of those. But I have my phone on here, have Instagram pulled up, and we're gonna jump right into the first one, which is like tapping or scrolling and then changing your outfit from that. Also, I just realized that I think Ember like scratched me right here, so please ignore the little redness on my arm. I promise it was just Ember. We were just playing and she happened to scratch me. So if you're curious why that is, that's why. We're gonna do the one where it was a popular trend for a little bit, where it was like a ba da da ba da 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 da. You might understand what I mean. But basically you are like hitting the screen a few times, and then on the last one you like pull it back and you've changed like the way you look. It's like usually for before and after for like makeup and stuff. But I'm gonna show you how I would do that. So the first thing I would do when I go into Reels is do the little timer feature on the left hand side. I'm gonna tap on that and I'm gonna go to about the place that I want to have the transition. I'm not going to play the audio just for copyright reasons on YouTube. I don't want YouTube to take my video down if I'm like playing copyrighted music or anything. But you would scroll this and you can play this within Reels and listen to it and see when it ends. But I usually recommend doing it a little longer than you want the actual transition, because you can always crop it in later, which I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. And for the sake of this tutorial and these transitions, I'm just gonna be using my putting on or off my sweatshirt as the transition, just to make things a little bit faster. But you could use these exact same concepts to change your entire outfit, change the location of where you're at, anything like that, and apply the same thing. But okay, so we're gonna film the first part of this, and it's where you're gonna hit the screen. We're gonna do that a few different times until the last hit, and then I'll show you how I film the second part of it. So we're gonna set the timer, and then I'm gonna set it to go. Okay. And then this is where the last hit, where that would have been where I want it to change. So let me see how that looked. Okay. So now what we're gonna wanna do is we're going to want to put on, either you would change outfits, you can change your location, you can change, like this could be a before and after, like your hair and makeup or anything like that. But obviously I already have my makeup done, so I can't really do that. So we're gonna do this and have me put on a sweatshirt just so you guys can see for the visual. And we're gonna hit, so right below the timer button on the left hand side of your phone screen is the align button. So if we hit that, we can see like about where I was standing in the final video. And what makes this one a little easier than some others is it doesn't matter as much where you're standing because the hand is going to be the transition. So we're gonna start this on a timer. And when we start this, we're gonna start with our hand like this, and then we're gonna pull it away. So let me actually bring this in so you guys can see too. So let's hit the timer. We're gonna start with our hand in. Okay, and then this is the final video, so let's just see. So yeah, so now we're gonna wanna go back and edit the clip. So if we hit the little arrow on the upper left-hand side and go back, and then on the bottom left-hand side, next to where we hit to record for Reels, If you hit that, you're gonna be able to edit your clips. See the little scissor icon right here? So if we hit that, we're gonna be able to edit where these clips start. So I like to pull it right from where my hand is coming in and out. So we're gonna go to the other one. We're gonna pull this in from where my hand is in and covers me up so that it's a more smooth transition. And then let's go ahead. We're gonna hit the arrow at the bottom right, the white circle with the arrow in it, to go back to see the video and see how this looks. Okay, let me see one more time. I just wanna make sure. And, okay, there you go. So that's essentially how you would do this type of transition. I know there's some where it's like, there's one where like you kind of do lip sync to something and then you go up and you tap your finger on your camera, and then when you pull it away, you're different. It'd be the exact same concept. You would just be putting your finger on the camera and doing that. Same with that concept for, like, some people will do a trend where they're like swiping on their, it looks like they're swiping on their screen. You would just do that over the little camera on your phone, and then make the transition that way from like a swipe of your finger, if that makes sense. So hopefully that was helpful. Now let's move on to the second transition. Okay, so second transition we're gonna do is the snapping and changing. Again, I'm not going to necessarily do the full outfit change or anything like that, but you would apply this exact same, like how you would do this to your, to how you would film. So we're gonna go ahead and film the first part of this and make sure, okay, and then I'm going to set the timer. We'll do about half here. And this is where if you have a certain audio you want to snap to, you would just make sure to have the audio selected, and then when you're filming, you can listen to it and snap on beat. But again, I just don't want to use certain audio so my YouTube doesn't copyright my video. It has nothing to do with Reels, just my YouTube. But okay, so we're gonna go ahead and hit the timer, and I'm gonna show you guys how I would do this. Okay, and then that's essentially what I would use for the first part of the video. And the nice thing is, again, we can go back, we can crop that in, right? And make sure that the snap is on beat. And I really recommend doing that instead of trying to time it with the timer and what you selected. It just makes it way, way easier. So the second one, let me take off my sweatshirt real quick. And for the second video, we're going to start off with snapping, and then we're going to do whatever we want to afterward. So let's do the align feature. This one is where it's going to be a little more helpful to kind of see, well, the last frame doesn't really help me too much, but you know, you get the picture. Okay, so we're going to set this however long we want it to be. And then I'm going to stand about where I think I was, and we're going to snap. Okay. And then we're going to look at how that looks. I might need to change where I was standing. A better idea would have been for me to, after I snap, to stay standing still and not walk towards the camera before the timer was done for the portion I selected. It would have made lining up just a little bit easier. So, you know, you always learn more. So we're gonna go back to that scissor cutting, and we're gonna cut to right when I finish snapping. And with the snap, I think one of the keys with it is making sure that your outfit change or location change or whatever is right after you snap, not like snap and then wait 2 seconds and then it changes. I feel like that just doesn't flow as well as it on the snap itself. So we're gonna change this so that it ends on right when I snap. So snap like that. And let's go ahead and see how this is looking. Okay, and then I'm gonna change the video when I'm in the white shirt to be a little bit later. Now, obviously I'm talking, so it's probably not the best. Probably shouldn't have been talking, but you know, okay. Let me watch it one more time. I'm trying to see if there's anything I want to change. Okay, so that's essentially how you would do it. I'm actually gonna delete this one and redo it. Now that I have this trimmed, I can use the align. I can get myself a little bit more accurate. So let's do that again. And this is just part of it. It's okay if you have to redo things and do things a few times to get it right. Everybody has to, so don't feel like it has to be perfect for some. Can't get myself and Kara. Okay, and then okay, and let's see how that looks. I'm gonna trim it first to end on the snap. I'm gonna end it like there. And let's see how that looks. I think that'll be a little smoother because I was able to see where I was standing. Yeah, okay, so see how much smoother that was? And you would do this with, you know, sometimes there's some where even like your body or your face is not in the video like it is here, and you're filming like your hand out like this and you're snapping in to like change the locations. You would do the exact same thing and have it end on the snap and immediately change to the new location or wherever you want it to go. And try to line up your hand about where it is using that align tool. Super, super handy. All right, so now we're gonna do the transition where you spin around and change clothes as you're spinning for your reel. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna film the first part of it where we have ourselves, and again, I'm just gonna do where I spin and I change into my sweatshirt. So we're gonna do like this, and let's see, I have my timer. Okay, so I'm gonna do pretty much enough time to give me like a full spin, and then I'll probably just stay here until the timer's up just so I can have it more accurate. So let's do this. Okay, so that's where I am going to do for that. And actually, let's go back. So in the bottom left-hand corner, you can probably see the little arrow right by the record button. We can go back and just go ahead and trim this so that the align is way more accurate. And we're gonna trim it to where we can see our back. And really, you can make this wherever you want the transition to happen. I think with this, the most natural would probably be right about here, like when I'm turned around, faced away from the camera. So let's do that and get done. We're gonna hit our align tool, we're gonna hit our timer, and I'm gonna put on my sweatshirt, do my transition. This is where you could do literally whatever you want. You could even change locations if you wanted to. You could change your whole outfit. I'm just gonna show you with the sweatshirt how this is done. So I'm gonna get myself, I'm kind of looking at my hips right here and making sure they're lined up about where this video is, and that's about where I'm gonna wanna stand when I go to twist. So, well, as soon as I play this, as soon as it goes, I'm just gonna start from the beginning and do another twist, and then after I twist, do whatever I want to, like after the twist is done, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna keep my left foot planted, so I know about where I want to be. Okay, and the timer's on, and we're just gonna do a twist. First thing, okay, ready? Oh, okay, I definitely screwed that up. We're gonna redo that. I like got way off centered. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this again. Get it about where I want to be. See, this is the reality. You just have to do it a few times, right? Okay. And that still might not be the smoothest transition. So let's go look at it real quick and see if that's where, because I still got a little off centered. It might work. Let me see if I can trim this. And so I'm gonna trim it to the back again, because when we were doing the white, we had it end where I was facing away. So the next time we want it to start where I'm facing away and then finish the twirl. So that's what we're gonna do for this. And let's see if this looks smooth enough. Oh, that doesn't look bad. I think I could have done a better job of being like keeping myself centered more when I was spinning. If I wanted to be really picky, I could do that, but that's essentially how you do it. So I hope this is really helpful. If there are any other transitions you want me to do in the future, be sure to let me know. Comment below, let me know if you want me to do a part 3 to this video. I'll do as many parts as you want me to. But I hope this helped you in figuring out transitions. If you haven't already, be sure to watch part 1 because I have 3 other different types of transitions, including like pulling on your sweatshirt and it feeling like it's coming off of you in the video. So go check that out, put the link down here, and be sure to watch that video next if you haven't already. And if you're not, please, 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 it would mean the world to me if you subscribe to my channel and like this video, because both of those things really helps us support my channel, and it truly means the world to me, and we would love to have you hanging out around here if you're new. So thank you guys so much. I will see you again next week on Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can't wait to to see you then. Bye guys.